So Peter has talked about an information system just for institutions, the compliance monitor, to help them encourage compliance. But I think the general question is how can institutions ensure compliance? And so the key thing they can do is to make sure their investigators are prepared, that they're not waiting until their progress report is due to make sure they're in compliance with a public access policy. If that's the strategy, their PIs are not going to be compliant. So I would encourage you to encourage your investigators to start using MyNCBI now to figure out what papers fall under their policy and if those papers are compliant or not. And then to start associating papers with awards today, because this is going to help them gather the papers they need for their progress report and save that last minute dash to track down all these citations. And then since they can track the compliance status real time, they can ensure compliance well before their annual reports are due. Again, if they have to wait till the last minute to get into compliance, they're probably going to run into problems. And we do have resources for all of you at publicaccess.nih.gov. You know, institutions have come up with a variety of ways to ensure compliance over the several years. They've offered training. We have slides on our website that you can use as training, and you can take them and rebrand them however you wish to create customized training. They offer support to their authors in submitting manuscripts, answering questions about the policy, and they offer support to authors on working with publishers. So anytime there's a question with a publisher or some kind of issue about what a publication agreement means, the institution can step in and provide that legal support because these are legal contracts. We have our own process where, as an NIH employee, I'm not allowed to sign a publication agreement. My institution, NIH, does not want me to sign something that would prevent NIH from complying with the policy. So we have this cover sheet process, which you can see online if you like. That's the approach our institution has used. I think a few others have done so as well. And then finally, of course, everything that goes out to NIH can be checked by the institution, and it's very easy to see now under these new systems what's compliant and what's not compliant. And so when you get that notification from NIH saying you're out of compliance with a public access policy, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone in the institution about what happened or why it happened. And we do have resources and support for all of you. We have a help desk. If there are questions, and I think there are many questions that we will not be able to get to during this webinar, unfortunately, you can send them to the help desk at publicaccess.nih.gov, and we will either answer them ourselves or route them to the right team. The guide notes we're talking about is listed here, and then you have all our contact information. So I'm going to leave that up. That's the end of our formal content. Thank you for paying attention and sitting through this with us, and we'll answer questions till they kick us off.
I think we have about 1 minute for questions, Neil, so I'll just get a couple in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I just lost the question. Well, if the article has an embargo period in the NIH manuscript system, what's the compliance status?
Well, if the article has gone through the steps it needs to and is ready to post to PubMed Central ID, it will get a PubMed Central ID, and that ID will be valid for everything, but when you look it up, it'll say not available until a certain date, which is the embargo period. So the embargo date is not really something that we need to worry about for compliance purposes.
Okay, and I think this is probably a good closing question. Sandra's asking, just to be clear, our institution needs to make sure that all articles are in compliance since the beginning of the policy, right? Or is it a more recent date?
Since the beginning of the policy. It's been a term and condition award for all awards active as of FY 2008, and our policy applies to all those papers.
Wonderful. I think that's all the time we have. Thank you to all of our presenters. Thank you for you all for being very active participants. I've been impressed that over 950 of you have stayed for the entire session. If you have questions, Neil's slide directs you to where you should ask them. And good luck, and I hope this has been useful. Again, we'll post the presentations materials along with the transcripts on the event page within 7 days of the seminar.
I'm also going to take this presentation with help from Duran and Megan's team and cut this into chapters in case you want to review certain sections or share certain sections with folks. And that'll be available on publicaccess.nih.gov and the special page for you, which is for Offices of Sponsored Research.
Fabulous. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day.